11 people are about to make history, attempting a journey that's never been done before.
Get there, get there, get there, get there.
It's not a case of, let's just try our best. Best isn't good enough here.
Come on!
None of them have expedition experience, but halfway round the world from the UK, they're going to cross Nicaragua from the Atlantic coast to the Pacific Ocean.
But they don't stop.
Accompanied by expedition leader Ken Hames, they have 28 days to cross 220 miles, and they are all physically disabled. Day 10. They head deeper into the mosquito jungle along one of the Atlantic coast's few navigable rivers. They're going as far upstream as the boats can take them. Then they'll have to trek overland towards open country.
Go that way.
Go! Watch me, man.
Leading to the Atlantic, this river is used by cocaine smugglers. A week ago, 3 men were shot dead here. Expedition leader Ken Hames, a former major in the SAS, is jumping.
You know, we could run into trouble. There are bandits out here. There are kidnappers. It's quite a lawless area in many ways, so we need that bit of security.
As the river narrows, the water becomes more blocked with debris from flash floods. With so many fallen trees, there's a real danger of hitting submerged branches.
It's just really, really tricky. The boat's rocking from side to side, and I don't think there's enough power on the back of these things to really give them a bit of oomph to get over some of these obstacles.
Just 4 miles downriver, the boats have to make an emergency stop. Sophie looks dangerously ill.
She's not feeling well. She really isn't feeling well. She isn't very well at all.
Yeah, Sophie's actually not feeling very well, which is why she's lying down like that.
Ken decides to move her ashore.
Moment. You go under there.
1, 2, 3. Lift. Go to Ken's back.
Sophie's fragile condition means carrying on could be too risky. Satisfied that Sophie's rehydrated, Dr. Muckle lets her continue. But the emergency stop has cost the team crucial time. Now shallow water means the boats have to be pushed, and there are crocodiles around.
I've gone ahead in front just to check this part of the river for crocodiles. I'm not going to kill any of them, just going to scare them.
Sit up.
Moment, I mean.
After 6 hours on the river, they reach the drop-off point to begin their land journey. It's 12 o'clock, the hottest part of the day.
Hey, well done. I want you off the boat, up here on this bank. All right?
Careful, guys.
Yeah, I'm fine, just now.
Basically, this is what needs to happen. Okay? 1, you need to get out of these clothes, some of them, and get back into what I'm wearing now. You need your boots, full body cover, hat. We need to be out of here as close to the hour as we can.
From the Wawashang River, they head into a hot and dusty wilderness, only accessible on horseback or on foot. In just 4 days, they must cross 36 miles through open country to reach the settlement of Espeval. Mules will carry their provisions with 2 horses for emergencies, but they'll have to find their own food and make their own camp. Temperatures hit 40 degrees. In searing heat, that's not so easy.
You got to keep on pushing. If you slow down, it gets harder. And if you keep kicking your own ass, then it gets better.
But Charlie's finding it hard to keep up the pace.
It's off. Look at me, look at me, look at me. All right. Give me a hand.
There's an element to a little bit of melodrama here with Charlie.
Just sit up if you can on this bank, yeah? Okay. That's good. Come up here.
You get heat problems in this kind of temperature, but he looked perfectly fine. He'd had a drink, had a bit of a sit down. Do you feel giddy now?
Just a little bit, but I'm okay.
Coming towards the end of the day, this seems to happen quite a lot. He looked quite well, and it's just the issue is just keeping him going.
By dusk, the team have covered just 6 miles. The harsh terrain is ruthlessly exploiting any weakness. Glenn's wound has opened up again.
I didn't do very much pushing. And do I know one reason why I didn't do so much? Because, firstly, why the fuck should I pull anybody? I'm here to represent myself, not to represent pushing people or be a part of the team or anything like that.
I can't think of anyone I don't like. I think Daryl's a bit of a wanker. So opinionated and gay.
But every day does get easier, and I'm not just talking physically, but I'm also talking in terms of emotionally and my role in the group. And oh my God, there's a mule.
Day 11, with a minimum of 10 miles to cover, differences will have to be put aside. But even after a week, the team still can't strike camp on time. The flat, open landscape offers the chance to pick up the pace and get in some good mileage. But after a week of hard graft, energy is running low. Fed up with pushing, Charlie wants to use the emergency horses.
We've got 2 horses. At least let's use one of them. I mean, that's so much to ask. I mean, we could take it in turns, but when they've got 2 on the go, it's mentally, physically draining on one person on these things.
Well, as yesterday, it comes down to the people that are pushing that need to make the decision.
Yeah, but we can take it in turns.
I'd happily give it another go, because the ruts aren't as bad now. I'd give it a go with 2 people on each chair, one pulling, one pushing.
Seems like my opinion goes out the window.
No, Charlie, we're having... Charlie, we're having this discussion because you brought it up, so your opinion isn't going out the window.
I know.
So don't say your opinion's going out the window when we're discussing it because you brought it up. It is a fine balance, finding that sort of like everybody having a voice, but then standing around in the blazing sun discussing for half an hour something that by the end doesn't change, you know. People have got to stop being precious about their opinion. It's okay to have an opinion, and it's okay to have different opinions, but you have to sort of like realise that if you've said your opinion and it's not going with the rest of the group, then that's just how we're moving.
Charlie, people have their own opinions.
Daryl's always snapping at me.
No, he's not. He's not.
Every time I say something, he contradicts it, like I'm an idiot. He doesn't know me from Adam, so he can fuck off. You see, I've gone nasty now, and I'm not like that. He's not my father, he's not my brother, he's nothing to me, and if it carries on, I can fuck off home.
No, Charlie, he's part of our team.
He's unhappy about all the pushing and shoving. It's sort of like, we're all in this together, and he said to me he didn't imagine that he would be out here, he'd be pushing a wheelchair, and I'm like, well, what did you expect to be doing, Charlie? You know, we're all in it together, man.
So come, eat, please. Charlie?
I don't want nothing.
No, you've got to eat. This isn't fair. This isn't fair to any of us, Charlie.
We're not giving you a choice, Charlie.
We'll force it down you if we have to, because this really isn't fair to any of us.
And the trouble is, because of his deafness, if he stops looking at you, you know he's not listening. Because he needs to lip read. And it's the equivalent of actually just completely turning your back on someone. He's done it too many times now, the old, oh, well, I'm just going to go home. The next time, quite potentially, someone's just going to say, right, fine, bye, go. Yeah, hold on. Okay, that's it. Very slowly. Okay, we got it. Yeah, hold on.
Yet again, Charlie's posturing has cost the team time and energy. And now he's not doing any more work. Toby, Carl and Amar have to pick up the slack. By 5, the team are absolutely shattered. They've made 10 dusty miles. Now they must pitch camp before sunset. After walking 10 miles and setting up camp, the team can finally tend their wounds. But they need more help from Charlie.
I can't see any mouth parts, so...
After 2 days, they're almost halfway to the small settlement of Esparval. From here, wide-open prairies give way to 20 miles of rocky, sun-baked terrain. But without the shelter of the jungle, they are now fully exposed to the merciless heat.
Bloody hard work.
In this barren landscape, fresh food and water are scarce. Every day, each team member burns up 4,000 calories and loses over 8.5 litres of fluid, over 11% of their body weight. After 2 days of open country, the team are shocked to find themselves back in deep jungle.
It's a really tense atmosphere here. It's like, it's like something brooding. It's really quite peculiar. But apparently, this is an area where there are a lot of bandidos, a lot of robbers and, opportunists. We've got the army guys pushing on in front, just scouting ahead. But it's a very peculiar atmosphere. It's, tense.
I might try and go like that.
But in this terrain, bandits are the least of their worries. The main thing is not to fall over.
It's just difficult. It grabs at your feet with the roots and bits and stuff that's gone down. It's still full of logs and bumpy bits and holes and sticks and... I mean, it's tough terrain.
Bastard thing. Get away. Oh, get off!
The team race for the finish line at the village of Esparval.
Hold on.
Glenn is in trouble. His leg has turned 180 degrees, opening up his wound yet again. At last, they make it to Esparval. Their journey is the talk of the locals. Hundreds have come to see them, some travelling over 50 miles to take a peek at the crazy discapacitados crossing their country. Glenn doesn't join in the celebrations. He's in too much pain.
As you know, Glenn's been struggling with the wounds on his leg. The pressure points on his prosthesis at the front and the back have rubbed him raw. Okay, and he's got a hole the size of a 5-pence piece at the front of his knee. Okay, it's been infected, we've been dealing with it, and you've seen him struggle with it every step of the way for the last few days. So we made the decision that Glenn's going to leave us.
Ken, thanks a lot, mate.
Well done, mate. Good luck.
Cheers for that.
Okay.
Be good.
And you too, Charlie, mate.
Okay.
You take it easy, bud.
Good. Have a safe journey.
Be strong, head up, and keep eating.
Okay, thank you. I'll try.
Take it easy. No. Be strong. All right, you take it easy.
We're gonna miss you.
Yeah, you too, man. See you later, Addy Debbie.
Take it easy, dude.
They're off. I know I'm not anymore.
Glenn received immediate treatment and made a full recovery back in England.